Balloon Brothers back with a YouTube video. Uh-oh.
I know you guys missed us, but we are back, and we're coming back with a bang. Mr. Brad is on fire!
No, I just switched balloons.
Fire right now!
I just switched balloons, but we got a Mario.
An awesome Mario. Something that you could do, maybe not necessarily ultra fast line, but you for our type of line work, you can do it, and birthday party work. Ease your mind and have this awesome little cute stubby little guy.
Right.
That'll get you going. And Mr. Brad, what are we going to do today?
We are going to make some balloons in Mario. For me, Mario has always been a headache. So once I started doing this Mario, I said, oh, I like this particular Mario, and I would like to share it with everybody. So what we're going to need is some balloons.
A bunch.
I like this bunch. And we're going to start with that blush 350. We got a 350. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it. Usually 360.
We're going to blow it up about 5 finger. And of course, we're going to tie it. Now the first thing we're going to do is start off with an ear. So we want to make a 2-finger bubble. 1, 2, and we're going to get that and pinch twist it. So it's a nice deep crest pinch twist. Then we're going to come about a hand and a thumb, and twist that off. And we're going to do another 2-finger bubble for the opposite ear. There we go. One ear, lower jaw, the other ear. Now we're going to take this, squeeze it, and bring it over to the other side, and lock it into that other ear. Now, what you want to do, whenever you see Mario in the pictures, this portion, the top portion of his head, is always smaller than the bottom portion of his head. So what we want to do is kind of do it, not a thread twist, but kind of a little thread twist, then do a 4-finger bubble. Oops, about a 4-finger.
Hey Juju, what are you doing?
And have another little thread twist there, and bring him up.
Say hi, Juju.
He's a good dog.
This is Bandit, the Biscuit Bandit.
Captain Dammit.
AKA Captain Dammit.
Okay, here we go. So we take this, and we're going to match this bubble right here. Another little thread twist. And we're going to do a 4-finger into a little thread twist, and twist it into that ear, and deflate.
You want that chubby little lower part of his mouth.
Right. Now take this and wrap it over into that ear. It's going to get locked in later, so you don't have to worry about it.
Show them what you got real quick.
So we got this. 2 ears, bottom and top of the face. Bottom and top of the face. Now what I do to tighten this up is I roll these top portions through each other a little bit, and this will tighten it up a little bit so that you have this nice, clean looking side of the face. Now, once we get to this point, we're going to add...
I will hold that for you real quick.
Thank you very much, my brother. We're going to make the white balloon, and we're going to make the nose. And for those, we're going to use 5-inch rounds. About the size of golf balls.
About that.
Golf ball. Golf ball. Let the nose be slightly bigger and tie it together.
Is this a Qualitex rain balloon?
That is Qualitex.
Well, then let me get you a Qualitex, because the blush for Metallic and the blush for Qualitex, they're very different. So we want to make sure that it looks as close as possible.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome, sir.
So here we go. Oh, look at that. It's a beautiful match. Now we're gonna size that down to the size we want, right about there, and we're gonna tie these together. And what we want to do is we want to keep those nozzles really far apart. So we have a nice little stretch there, and we take it and we run it through.
You're feeding the white in between the bottom part and the top part so that the nose sits out front and the little white one sits on top, because that's going to be his little logo part on his hat.
Boom. So here we go.
And that also creates a nice point for us to build around that so that we don't always have to worry about building into the sculpture. We can use this tension to create off of it.
Because we do a lot of pressure fitting when we have our sculptures. So now we have our bottom jaw, our ears, our eye, the part of the eye, a nose, and a little hat piece. Now we're going to take our 260 red. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take the nozzle part and attach it, into that ear. And we kind of want it to be a little bit soft, and we want it to just ride right behind that white. We don't really want any space in between there too much. And we take it and we make sure that it looks appropriate, and it does, and we pop it carefully, and we save this, and what we're going to do is make that hat bridge, this little piece right here. We're going to make this part now, and so what we're going to do is hold it up, size it, and soften it. Get it right where we want it, about that much.
Which is about 3 or 4 fingers.
About 4 fingers. Tie it. Squish it a little bit and tie it again. Here we go. Nice and squishy, nice and soft. Feed that in through here. Here we go. Feed that other side over yonder. And this is going to give us that little hat bridge. Now I'm just going to tie it real quick. This way I can manipulate it the way I want. There we go. There we go.
Show them in the back how to tie it real quick.
I just tied it like you normally tie a balloon. There we go. And so we have the face. Now we're going to go on to the little hair. Because if you notice Mario, he always has a dark mustache and a little tiny hair right there. So we're going to move on to the mustache. And here we go. Take a black 160.
Black, dark chocolate. Just usually his hair is mocha or caramel, and the mustache is either black or dark chocolate. So
right.
Whatever you have on stock.
On this one is chocolate, but for here, doesn't matter. We're going to do black.
I usually do black.
So we take this, and when I tied the 160 off, we're not going to need most of this. I left a nice long knot, like nice long tail. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline where I want that mustache to fall. And I'm going to pinch it. I'm going to pinch it off and twist it. And when I do that, I'm going to take this part and pop it. Then I'm going to tie that off. And this is our mustache right here. We have 2 big tails. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take those tails and tie them. We're not going to overly tie it so that it comes knot to knot. What we're going to do is we're just going to tie it probably about halfway so that it comes about halfway. So that it's not a full flower petal, but it's about a half a flower petal. And we trim that because we don't need that. And we're going to take the nose and we're going to lock it in there. And this should give us that nice mustache that rides perfectly right where we want it. And it's starting to come together as a Mario. And of course, we're going to need that 260.
Oh, sorry.
Excuse me, brother. We haven't fought since what? 35 years ago? Okay, here we go.
34 and a half.
Take that Mocha 160, tie it. You don't need much because we're literally going to do nothing with it. But you just want a little bit of that hair just to pop out over the ear. And I'm squeezing it so that it's nice and soft. Now, what you're going to notice that this sculpture is a front sculpture. You're looking at it from the front. When you spin it to the back, you're going to have this back space right here. And so what you can do is you can fill this with the red. You can get another balloon, fill it up. All I'm going to do right now in the moment is just bring this brown over, twist it in there, and I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do this on the opposite ear. You can fill this in any way you want. Just in the moment, I'm going to do it like this. He's a baldy. No one knew Mario was a baldy.
He wears a hat all the time. So.
Here we go. So we take it and we twist it and we get it in there and we pop it. And we hold it. Thank you. And we make sure we're twisting in the right direction. Here we go. And we have Mario's face. For me, this is the most important part of Mario, is just getting that face down the right way. And with this bottom jaw being slightly bigger than the top part, for me, that really helps seal Mario's face the way we want it. I used to always make Mario's face the same size every way, and one day I was looking at his picture, and I noticed it wasn't the way that I was doing it. So this is what we got right now, and this works real good. Even grown-ups love this one. So now we have the face. Now we're going to move on to that body. And the first thing that we're going to do is blow up a dark blue, whatever size you got.
350, 360,
right.
747.
Here we go. 2 pinch twists and a flower petal softly. So we got 2 pinch twists. and we soften it, and then we make a flower petal.
About a hand width.
About a hand width. And what we want to do is create the illusion of a little tiny chubby Mario. That's what we're trying to do, is create the illusion.
One of the things I like about this is the jumpsuit is always the hardest thing to do, getting his arms and getting those straps over. This body kind of eliminates the need for that. It looks perfect as Mario, and you don't need to do any weird straps over the side, so it eliminates of making the sculpture look odd, and it's nice and chubby and tiny. So, Mr. Brad, kick it.
He just needs a mushroom and he'll grow.
Woo!
Now, here we go. We got this little contraption right here, which is his belly, right here. So we take this, and that string that I brought over earlier in the video, you can't hardly see it, but that string is a connecting point for the body. So we're going to take this, and we're going to gently cram it into that piece.
Can you gently cram?
You can gently cram something. We're gently cramming it. Okay. We gently crammed.
Woo!
And so, as you can see, that string is holding the body on. And so now we're going to gently cram.
Tuck it. Tuck the 2 pinch twists into the head.
Yes. And so I'm just being gentle because we are professionals. And we tuck those right inside there. And this way, you can't see those 2 pinch twists, and it just gives a nice little shape to it. Because whenever you make a balloon, you want to make sure the portions are right. So in these right here, a little body with a big head and big feet makes good portions. So now what do we need?
We need shoes.
We need some
shoes and feet.
That's right. And so these feet are 350, whatever brown you want to use. I use, what's that, mocha?
That is mocha. And remember to use that piece of 350, 360 that you had earlier, because that's going to come into play as well. So remember to save that part from your body.
Thank you, my brother. Okay, so we got a mocha blown up. We got a whole lot of tail. Keith Brinker.
8 fingers.
Yep. And we got a whole lot of tail, and we start with a pinch twist. Let's do 2 pinch twists just to make sure everything's going to be perfect. 2 pinch twists, 3 finger flower petal. Boom, boom. Spacer bubble, and 2 pinch twists.
Our favorite thing to do, that good old spacer bubble, man.
Spacer bubble. Okay, so this is what we got. 2 pinch twists, flower petal, spacer bubble, 2 pinch twists,
flower petal.
Here we go. Take it, twist it, pop it,
Come here.
and tie it.
Come here, handsome. Come here. Come here.
How old is Bandy now, Joe?
He is too old. He is 178 years old.
He's still a good dog, though.
1 year younger than me.
Here we go. We got this contraption. We got this. We're going to tie it nice and soft.
This is such a gem design, Mr. Brad.
Okay, now here we go. We got this. We got this.
Whoop.
You're going to feed this through there. Don't worry about it. It seems scary, but it's not. Take it. Pull it. Right through. Now, if you'll notice on this, the legs are barely coming through.
Barely.
You do not want your legs to be... Hey, if you want long legs on Mario, who cares?
Our suggestion is
To have little tiny legs, because we're representing the little tiny mini Mario. So what I did is I take 2 finger on the outside of that side, and I bring down, and I come 2 fingers on this side, and I twist it into that. So I started here in this pinch twist, ran it through the balloon, I came out this side, and I did 2 fingers and twisted it into those 2 pinch twists. And I'm going to pop it, and you're going to hold it. Thank you very much. And there we go. And we have a little Mario. And those big feet, they might look funny at first, but once you have the whole piece together, it really sets it off like that little mini Mario. And not too much left. We need some
arms.
Bam. Okay. So we got our Mario. We're going to let Mr. Joe hold on to it for a moment. Thank you, sir. Okay, for the arms, it's not too simple. There's hundreds of ways to do arms. The way that we're going to do the arms today, a 5-inch round, a 5-inch round, and a 360. So we're going to blow it up, probably about the size of a golf ball, about that much. Push the air all the way to the top. Twist it and tie it. This, for me, Makes the balloon real shiny and pops in the light.
That works really good with rounds because if you don't push the air to the edge of the round, it looks a little dull and weird. And that you love that shine when your customers see it.
Right.
It just adds to the allure and the visual appeal.
And so we got our 2 5-inch rounds about the size of a golf ball. Now what we're gonna do, 360, tie it. Whole lot of tail, Mr. Brinker. Whole lot of tail.
Whole lot of tail.
Okay, here we go. Take it. Marriage twist it. Soften, marriage twist. Does not need to be a very big arm. 2 to 3 fingers for the marriage twist, and that's all you need. And we're gonna pop it. There we go.
But also save it.
Save that. Thank you, my brother. Okay. Now we tie that off and save it. Now we make sure that that's tied on proper. And we rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat the same exact thing.
Let's see. Not that one, but that one. Marriage twist. All the way down in there. Grab it. 2 or 3 fingers. Tie it off. Pop it.
Oh!
Tie it. Wrap it above the knot. Tie it. And here we go.
And you're just gonna...
What I'm gonna do...
Throw these on the ground?
No, that's not until after the sculpture's made.
Okay.
Yeah. Because me and my wife, whenever we do a balloon, we're like, okay, it's done. Boom, right on the ground. Take this one with a long tail, insert it into said balloon sculpture. Pull the knot, pull the latex through, tie it to other said piece of balloon sculpture. Now, double tie it. Because that's the last thing you want is the kid to come back and say, my balloon came apart.
Oh, it came apart. Can you fix it? No. Yes.
And here we go. We have a little tiny Mario. Boom.
Amazing.
It's nice. It's a nice little piece. And the cool thing about this one is his arms can be, you can put them different ways depending on if you use different hands. These are just 5-inch rounds. And you can have them, you can pose them different ways. Like this one is a little more posable. And you can put his hands up. You can face his hands forward. You can face his hands down. And he's a good little guy in action. You could have him look like he's running. Bam, 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 bam. And that's pretty much it. Mario.
This is the Balloon Brothers with another awesome tutorial. Not Super Mario Brothers, but Balloon Brothers. We got a custom song about that, but
we do.
You will never hear it.
Yeah.
Amazing design, Mr. Brad. I've told him since I've seen this design, first time he showed me, I love it. I use it whenever I do events that I have time enough to...
do a Mario?
My usual Marios are like blown out of proportion crazy, so I can't do them at line or parties.
He's crazy with it.
But this is the perfect style of Mario for me to do. And like we always say, practice makes perfect. Muscle memory. Remember these designs because if you do the design over and over and over and perfect it, it becomes nothing. It seems like a long video and it's a long process, but this is literally nothing to create this.
Right.
And it creates a very unique appeal and visual approach to Mario. And once again, thank you, Mr. Brad, for coming up with this design.
It's a privilege to serve everybody.
Thank you, our Twista sister, Krista,
which is not here,
for helping out with some of these designs too, because she is beyond amazing. Super awesome asset to have on the team. And without further ado...
Oh, wait, we got one more person to thank. Every single person watching the video, we got to thank them.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thank you guys for doing
also,
everything for us.
Also, thank you, our family from Florida Super Jam 2020, which was the best ever.
Yep.
Best jam, best convention we've ever been to yet.
Rock
Highly
star.
recommend you guys go.
He's a rock star. He is a rock star.
I
He
quit.
is a rock star.
I quit being a rock star. But thank you guys.
That's it. Thank you
guys
very
are
much.
the best. You guys make us. All the love and support you guys give pushes us farther to come up with more awesome stuff.
Right.
We got a little sidetracked at the end of the year, but we are back on full blast. Premium tutorials, YouTube tutorials, getting ready to get smashed this year with stuff. So thank you guys again from the Balloon Brothers.
Yep, thank you very much. God bless you. Good night.